Okay. Okay, got all that done. Let's see. All right. Okie dokie. Here we go. Like that. Okay. Let's do this up. Right there. Okay, and then we have that color. There. Right there. Do the thing. Still grab that. There we go. Push right there. And right there. Just kind of going in and attempting to straighten these lines a bit. Okay, that's pretty good. That. Drop the size down a little bit. What I would like to do here. Just kind of thicken that part. That one. Okay. And merge this and undo what I just did there. Now let's kind of thicken that makes a little bit more sense, I think. All right. So that's a little bit rough right now. which is okay. Not the end of the world. Let's see. All right. So let's see. Do I want to try and fix that or start? It might be easier to start a new background. Just for this upper bit. I don't need to do the floor. And really just this section here. Well, yeah, let's do that. So let's see, I'm going to I was using a brush. Okay, and then let's move the brush up. Can I hit every? Probably have the correct color first. Be helpful. Make this again. Let's see. Okay, so what I can do here, bring these down so they're not as far out, make it a little bit easier to hopefully kind of make those line up. Alright, drop down here. Back up. Let's see. Put that down. Let's see. That almost lines up. Real close. Doesn't have to go all the way. It doesn't really have to go all the way because it's behind him, so you're not really going to see it, but put it down this little way. Actually, undo all of that quick because I want this one to be thicker. No, we'll just leave them all. Okay, that's fine. Alright, and then drop down right there. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. Right. That's way off. There. Interesting. Was that quite an angle before? Alright, so then that's good. What I could do is here, grab that color, kind of hit that. Those are pretty good. I just go in and push back any those little bits that are hanging out too far. Not too bad. Push that back. Okay, so that looks pretty good so far. So good. And we'll go here. And I didn't keep that. I basically want kind of a square. These are little that. That is not matching up with the rest of it. It's fine. Okay, so what I could do, that would be about a square there. That matches a little bit better across all of them. Yeah, not too bad. Why did you not do the thing? All right. So backgrounds, not really my thing. I was really happy with the last background that I did, though. For my Akira Toriyama tribute, did King Kai's little house car. Yeah. That came out really nice, actually. Okay, so they're not perfect by any stretch, but they're better. I'm gonna merge that down. Now what I would like to do, kind of need to figure out what color I want to make the symbol. Oh yeah, and then I guess I should probably also add in let's make this a smidge thicker here. I'm not gonna make it as thick as the bottom. I'm going to just that bit right here. Just gonna have a instead of squares I see in my reference. I think I made it too small, but it's okay. All right, so yeah, now I need to figure out what color I'm going to be doing the symbol. Okay. All right. So let's see. I haven't used shape tool for anything else, so I don't think I'm going to use it for that. I don't know. For right now, we can make it black though. It's not the worst, surprisingly. Okay. How much I put in this? Really don't want to use the circle, but I might just have to use the circle. That might be it. That's pretty close, right? All right, let's get in here. Okay. That is not my worst attempt at a circle. That there needs to go away. Okay, here. Undo that. Trying to get that arc. There, it's a little bit better, I think. Boom, 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 boom. That's pretty circular now, which is good. Not the smoothest line, but we can kind of try. All right, so we got that. less intense right there. It's fine. Alright. Okay, and then at the top here, that's too small. Six. Okay. And there used to be 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then in I think this over. Okay, so that's a start. Okay, and then we've got this, which is that. Comes down. Hey, thank you. Much appreciated. Okay. So that's not bad. Looks like, yeah, we can make these a little wider. That they kind of match up the size of the gap. And this could be really precise if you wanted to. That's just not really how I work. Okay, that's too close to there, I think, but that's okay. It's all hidden. I'm not overly concerned. And we can come in here. retransform this as well. Make it a little bit more symmetrical. Make some adjustments to some stuff. But I think for the most part, not too bad. Okay. Like all the visible parts are pretty solid. These would have to come closer like this. Match up stuff. Probably about there. And then this would shift up a little bit, but that's all behind him and it's not going to be seen again. Not concerned with that bit. I feel like we would just have this kind of colored in black. And then I think I would go with, even though technically it's white and black, probably do red for the inner part of the circle rather, just to kind of push that dark Sith energy. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna just kind of generally color this or fill this a little bit and then work on cleaning it up a little bit and then add that red in behind black here. And let's see, once I do that, that's pretty much the start for the background, and then I am going to add in like the shadow on the ground and maybe kind of somewhat light behind. I don't know. That there. This is behind the cape. That's not important. That's not going to be seen. Let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of clean up the edges of these and stuff like that, and then when we're gonna put that red in, and I'm gonna have to go in and kind of erase back parts as well, where the framework is background, because that would be going over the top of this design. So just little stuff like that is important. I don't know. To me, at least, you pick what's important for your work, and if other people disagree, that's their problem. To each their own. Like, this is a fan art piece for Star Wars, so it doesn't have to be perfectly accurate. Shoji, I think that's Shoji door wall. I mean, it's certainly not. These should all be square and all that, so it's all, you do your best and then you pick what you want to focus on and all of that. If someone else disagrees, again, that's their opinion, they're entitled to it. You don't have to listen to it. So I'm going to attempt to get these all same setup here, not be real easy. But we do what we can, and then we're just gonna keep going. And again, because this is all behind the cape and everything, I'm not gonna be worrying about it. Let's focus on the outside first, I think. See right here. Oh, there we go. This should be down a little bit farther, like this. That one. I want to try and keep the distance from the outer circle uniform. So even though my circle is garbage, it looks a little bit better if I keep the same distance with the other elements. That'll help hide that really bad wonky circle, I think. In theory, that works. But in practice, I'm not entirely sure. Is that? Yeah, that's. All right, got that. This one needs to come down there. And hopefully I get rid of all the little artifacts that I'm accidentally making too. So then, yeah, let's just, instead of messing with this by erasing a bunch of stuff, because I think I've already kind of cleaned it up, I'm just going to spin this a little bit, slide it. Yeah. Right about there. Alright, and then, nope, it's brush. I keep forgetting it's the brush now. Because there's a difference. Okay, not too bad. Got this. Kind of rotate it a little. Pull it back. Okay, there's flip. Don't want to take that. Okay. Alright, so that's better. And okay. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. Okie dokie. Yeah. What I would definitely like to do is Control T, and we're just going to this, rotate it a little bit so that two pieces are on either side of that connection there. So let's see, let's brush that back a smidge, just to show they're two separate things, it's not connecting. Alright, I think we're doing pretty good here. I would like slightly less little bits and stuff like that. But at the same time, I would imagine this is hand either painted or dyed. I'm not sure how they would necessarily. It could be painted with dyes on these essentially paper bits. Okay, so this would come right here because in that helmet, or in between the helmet and the shoulder. Okay. Okay, and again, I tried to make it fairly symmetrical. Probably a little bit off on that. Yeah, a little bit, I mean quite a bit. Have to kind of come in a little bit more here, I think. And that there. Last a bit much. That's closer to matching everything up. Again, not the best thing, but it's not terrible. Say. Let's see. This is coming at that angle. This drop a bit like that, I guess. Match the angle. Possibly. Yeah. Again, not perfect. Not really what we're going for. Anyway. Let's see here. Let's here and grab. There. Okay, that's probably about. Looks so much brighter on the actual lens, so we're gonna go a little bit lighter here. Yes, I think that's much closer. Okay, so we'll do that. Going to pop a little, and then I'm going to no, I know what I'm gonna do. Bang. Now, okay, and then I'm going to invert that and then shrink that selection by a couple pixels, a little bit more. That way we don't have any coming off the edge. And then down here, hit that like that. There we go. So now, I need to combine those two. Merge those, and then I want to drop that here. I wonder if these are all the same color. Yeah. Alright, and then if I do that, that should give us basically a perfect cutout. Perfect's a strong word, but I guess technically maybe you would have some gaps depending on how it was made. Probably not. Alright, so let's undo that real quick and then, nope, not expand. I want to shrink that by, let's call it, let's look at 2 pixels. That's not too bad. Oh, hold on. There we go. Now I want to shrink it by 2. Then I want to hit. Hello, welcome. That looks. That I think is a smidge better. Yeah, I'd rather have it like that, or it kind of might be encroaching on the slats. Makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, I like that a lot. Alright. And then drop that as a smidge, because it would be having light come through. Okay, maybe let's go quick. Idea, Control 2. So that's fine, and then let's transfer. Hold this section. Show this over here. Okay. So what I might need to do, if I'm really worried about it, am I really worried about it? It's alright. It's alright the way it is. We'll deal with it. Okay, and then that we wanted to shrink to delete that. Slightly bring that down. Up a little bit. I need to put some shadow down. Up in that one. Grab that here. added. Okay, kind of this direction here. A light bit right there. A bit more on this side. Okay. There we can kind of, let's bump it up and push this. Oh, why am I on? Okay. Whoops. Can I go back in? Yes, I can. Alright. So, for some reason, I was on the wrong layer. That's always super fun and awesome. Alright. Here. Now we're on the correct layer. I can do that. And I'm going to again pull back once I put this all down. Bump that up again. Now, slap back. Because the farther something is away from the ground, the less of a shadow it can make, or the lighter of the lighter the shadow, and it spreads out and all that stuff. All right, so let's look at that. Line. 50%. Yeah, not too bad. Might even go a little bit heavier than. Soften that edge right there. All right, bump it up. 60's not too bad. Okay, and then do I want to put? Yes, I need to put. Let's see, small. At least a small shadow every bit of this. Might need to change the color. I think it's a little bit too purple on the paper. So let's do that. How's that look? Up. that's fine. Okay, so we'll use that really light color. Purple. Right now, I'm just kind of going in and hitting it very generally, and I'll come back. We'll do it again. I'll clean it up. Yeah. Just kind of how my process works. I do a very general pass. It's the next thing. Go back, clean it up. See, and this is where it might be a little bit too light. Yeah. Okay, so it'll be interesting. We might just have to put this on a separate layer. Do that. Duplicate this layer. And then so we're just going to grab all of that. We're going to delete that from this layer. And grab all of this from this layer. Delete that. And doing pretty well. Okay. Brush. Okay. Great. So yeah, that's how we'll do that. All right. And I'm just gonna throw this shadow over all of this, and then wonder. Let's see if I do it on one. That might even be enough. I don't. Yeah. We'll come back to that. Not a big deal. And I could absolutely just kind of draw a line all the way down and all the way across. But I don't know. I like to make things difficult. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll do all of this real quick, and then I will jump on over to the other layer, grab that darker purple, and see how that looks on this part here. Because on the red it's not too bad, but on the black you can't really tell, which might how it would be in reality, but I don't know if I want that to be that way. Because I control this reality, because I'm making it. My decisions that affect how everything works. Rather go too far up on these right now and then go back and trace it back, then have to like add it. I do want there to be some edge. Edge is light because how else are you going to get shadow? You know? probably do, yeah. Shadow on the tatami lines. Okay, grab dark color here. That on these bits. It might be kind of affecting it a little bit more, but it's hard to really tell. Honestly, we might just be fine with how it is. It's definitely making a little bit of a difference, but I don't know if it's enough of a difference to worry about it. Okay, well, it put it all down anyway, so it's fine. Okay, let's grab that color real quick. Alright, let's get in here. Start this top, obviously. Too far down on that. Alright, now it's just going box by box, basically. Let's shrink this up a smidge. This is gonna take a minute. Just fine. Crazy. Alright. I apologize for people watching. This is gonna be basically an hour of me going through and doing this. Which is not going to be super fun for people watching, I feel like, but if anyone has questions about art, my process, or anything like that, I feel free to ask those. Otherwise, I'm just basically going to be talking about what I'm doing on screen and apologizing over and over again for making it super boring, because I'm just going to be fixing these shadows for the next 30 minutes probably. Once I finish with the fixing the shadows and stuff though, I will be putting in like texture, a bit of texture over the top of stuff. That's pretty fun. For me at least, again, I don't know. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream, but I can't really do much about it. as far as what's on screen here, if you're not. But I'm, again, happy to answer questions about art or like anime, manga, influences, blah 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 blah, all of the above. All that fun stuff. And I could also kind of blur the background a bit, and that would take care of the need to really go through all of this, I think, but I don't. I'm still gonna do it. But yeah, so I guess I'll just start talking about stuff. Like, I really like Clip Studio Paint, a program I like to use for my art. I initially got into it because, well, Adobe is not a good company. That's really where that kind of started, and they had a great sale on their stuff. And so I started by purchasing EX, right? That's the Clip Studio EX. On that like spring discount or summer sale, whatever it was. And the fact that you could just outright buy the program, big selling point for me. Really liked that. You can still do that, which is good. If you just don't get all the like updates and stuff in between, which is kind of bummer. There's a little bit of something right there. I need to fix that. I don't know what happened right here. It's just like a little gap right. Alright, back up here. That color again, and let's see. Yeah, so that's why I initially got into Clip Studio. Great program. Big fan of the fact that at the time it was just you buy it, you own it. Now I understand why things are the way they are. It's hard to actually make money if you don't offer a subscription. And I do appreciate that they do that at a very reasonable price. That is nice. Unlike, again, Adobe, who charge an arm and a leg, even to students, which is insane to me. Even students have to pay like $15 a month or something like 20 to 15, I forget. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, so like $8 I get that. $9 I forget. But I understand the need to have that. And all of the assets are like incredible. The fact that you can just kind of get free assets from people, upload them, like all the brushes, stuff you can get. Pretty crazy. Very impressive. So yeah, still a big fan of Clip Studio Paint. And again, you can buy the whatever version you're on outright. You just don't get like all the little in-between updates. You get, I think you get major updates, but you don't get like all the stuff, all the features that come out until you get a big major update. I believe that's how that works now. I remember correctly. Yeah. Still. So I have. They did change one thing that I didn't really care for. Is can't like go back and forth between your machines with one subscription or one like one version an infinite number of times. You're kind of required to like there's a set number of times that you can like swap back and forth between machines. So you, and I think they are willing to reset that for you. So if you really can't afford like 2 subscriptions or whatever, I think they are willing to reset that every once in a while. If you use it, you go over the allotted number of times, and I don't know how many times that is. It does not say, so that's kind of a thing that would be nice to have, that transparency. But anyway, still a good company. I think their program is great, and I highly recommend it still. Obviously, I use it right now. I use it. And if you're not planning on doing like any kind of like animation or anything, you don't really need the EX version. You could just do the Pro. Even with Pro, you can animate like a 30-second little animation, I think. You just can't like do a full animation if you wanted to. That's why I got this, because I wanted to kind of theoretically at least play around with some animation and stuff. Haven't really gotten around to it. I did some little like head turns for some of my characters, but I still haven't really gotten to like really trying to animate something. But yeah, the head turn thing was pretty cool. I've watched One Piece. I rewatched a good chunk of it, but I've watched One Piece from start to finish. Well, not finished, but start to current. It's a pretty heavy achievement. Took me a long, almost a year, I think, really, to get to the current episodes. At the time, they were still in Wano, so I hit Wano from episode 1. And I think it was like, yeah, a little over a year, I think. Or about a year, I think, to get there. Pretty wild. And I didn't skip that much. Like, I didn't skip any of the, like, somewhat relevant filler. Watched all of that. I think there was, like, some crossover stuff I even watched. It skips some. It's like obviously it wasn't relevant to like anything in the actual canon. I watched Red. That was a really good one. Thought they did a great job, and the music was crazy. Highly recommend. Currently working on rewatching Naruto. I'm on Shippuden and knocked out Naruto a little while ago. Original series on Shippuden. I don't think I didn't actually watch it after a certain point back in the day. I just read it. I've read all of them. I'm a fan of them. Yeah, I don't know. I've watched a lot of stuff in my day. Back when you actually had to find it online. There was no place to like really watch anime aside from like Toonami, but that was really only got mainstream stuff. You had no way to watch anything else. That was always interesting. You either had to torrent that stuff or you had to find I don't know if they're still around, but Ion Anime, good place to find like all that. Yeah, that was like the go-to if you weren't torrenting stuff anyway. But and then you had to figure out, like, when you're at school or whatever, you had to figure out how to get around a firewall and stuff like that. And that was always interesting. I think that's something that's kind of been lost, is like knowing how stuff works or learning how stuff works. Like now everything's app based, so you don't know. A lot of kids and people don't realize like how these things like get to your screen or anything like that. Like back in the day, you had to know. Like we were coding MySpace pages, like to like customize all our stuff and everything. Like you literally needed to learn code, HTML, and you needed to know like hex codes for colors to get the colors you wanted. crazy. Now, as tech savvy as kids are, they don't know how stuff works. Which is kind of sad. Like, that was, I think, probably one of the best parts for me was I like puzzles and putting stuff together and figuring stuff out. As long as I have like time and not like something that's super rushed, you know. But time limits can ruin good fun like that. But yeah, so I really enjoyed figuring out all of that stuff personally, and I think especially with shortening attention span, all these kid shows are only like a couple minutes long and stuff. Like all these episodes are only like a couple minutes. Kind of crazy. Anyway, and no one's allowed to be bored anymore. Like, always something you can watch or something you can play. All this stuff. We used to be able to get bored. That's part of the reason why you would learn how stuff worked, because you were bored. You didn't know what else to do, so you could go. You could figure out. I wanted to change the song on my MySpace or whatever. You could figure out how to do that. First, you could go to like someone else's page if you wanted to, and then check the HTML on that. And you're like, okay, so this is where that song is, and if I grab that, I copy that, and I can change that. If I do this, like that kind of stuff. Again, I like figuring out how stuff works. That's not for everyone, but I think it is very helpful for people to know how like all of the bits work for your technology. Otherwise, you're kind of at the mercy of other people for all of your stuff. Which, if you're okay with that, that's fine. Like, I definitely don't know everything by any stretch. I ask my friend, actually in IT, a lot of questions all the time. And I'm sure he's not the biggest fan of that. But at the same time, I'm sure he also is happy to help me learn stuff so I don't have to have time. You know? Go up too high? I think I did. Yep. A little high. But it's, yeah, kind of the same thing. Like art, my process is just kind of figuring it out. What works for me, what doesn't work for me. And I'm more than happy to share that information with other people. I think as artists, we should be more willing to share. Some people just are not willing to do that. which is their prerogative. They're entitled to how they want to interact with people. I like sharing information if people are curious, like what brushes I'm using or what program I'm using, if I'm using a display tablet or just a regular drawing tablet with no screen. What software I use to stream, all of that stuff. And if you have any questions on that, I'm happy to answer to the best of my ability. Problem. Oh. Because again, I just feel like it's beneficial to everyone. We share our knowledge. If someone wants to learn something, it's great to me. That is wonderful. This might take the entire time. Wow. Knock this out. If I'm being real. I should probably work on two at the same time. Actually, somewhere. Oops. Too far. Not too far, but too far. Attempt to kind of speed up a smidge. I think I was going a little slower than I should. I was taking a little bit too much care, I think, when I was, which is fine, but it is the background and I'm not overly concerned with how ready. It's not the focal point, but putting as much time and effort. So then, yeah, this right here needs to come down. could just go down this real quick. Let's do that. Well, there's so much to do. That's gonna be. That's fine. Figure it out. I need to do is be less precious with everything. Okay. We can kind of start from here. Oh, wait, up. That probably is good. Yeah. Hey, it's all right. Welcome. Came in at just the right time for all the exciting bits. Me working on background shadows. All right, so I think that's that stuff. Okay, so we've kind of worked through here. Put more right there. Okay. Do. Last ones will be Okay. Okay. Trying to kind of speed up this part because I think I was being a little bit too precious with my shadows at this point. I'm going through, I'm just kind of trying to make them somewhat correct, and then I don't know, I can maybe touch them up a little bit after that. I don't know. Yeah, no, that's fine. Smaller piece that's above everything else. That's why it's thicker. Too terribly bad here. Okay. That there, that over, some here. Okay. All right, I think that's all. That across there, there's a bit. All right. There. All right, I think that is pretty good. That here. Okay, yeah. Still got a lot to go. Gonna do right there. Oops. All right. Okie dokie, we're going through it. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Come down this line real quick. Bring that back. This can come. Okay. Well, we're almost done. I don't know if I'm going to be able to knock this all out like I had wanted. Probably not, but that's fine. And I wanted to get through all the shadow stuff, and also texture for the background. I don't think I'm going to have enough time to knock that entirely out. I might be able to do it. Hard to say for sure. Yeah, and now I'll just kind of focus on getting all this. all of those. I just need to touch those up and then mix. Oops. Bottom bit here. This can come down a little bit. That fine. So let's see, up here. This way, I just don't want any of that. Here. Oh. Okay. Cross like that. Just like a solid line all the way down there? Ah, okay. Well, you know. There would kind of be a solid. Because it would be higher up, I would imagine. And ones. Zero. So I might go back and just thinner shadow over those. That might be smart. Okay. Real quick. There's that one bit. That's most of that. Pretty much everything, I think. So let's shrink this down a smidge. And let's just kind of that makes a little bit more sense. It's a bit more 3D. So right there, I just didn't do it. I just didn't do it on. I think it makes more sense, like I said. Okay, and then I'm gonna bring this down. Okay. Okay, not too bad. It's subtle, but it's definitely, I think, important. Yeah, I think it's going well. So we have a little time to work on some texture. I think I might have used sketchy pencil texture stuff. Okay, so then I can just kind of merge that. Change much. So I'll leave those the way they are. Let's go. Master layer. Thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, we got a second here. I'm gonna bump this up a bit, and then let's see. Let's grab that color, and we'll use that to kind of. Maybe let's look at my this one. That's small. Rain. I don't know what this is. Okay. Nope. That might actually kind of. Actually kind of work. Just do that color on these lighter bits, and then I'll do something else for stuff. I think it just kind of show a little something in the back here, and I might even put like a glow or something. It's lighter. Like, I think that even though it doesn't really show, I think it kind of makes it different. Pop down here. This, and we can make that a little darker. Here. Basically go black. Let's see how intense that. So is it that same color? It's not the same color. No. Okay. It might be more. Might have been slightly more effective to go lighter on these. Maybe go darker. But we're in it. We're doing it this. that's fine. Oh, I really like that. That might be. Here, let's grab that. Back up to here. Just darken it slightly. What does it look like if I just do that? Too close to the same color. I slightly darken it. That's a little bit more, I think, what I was looking for. Gotta be careful, don't put too much pressure, and don't let the program go crazy and add too much pressure. Oop. Sometimes the program will do that. Doesn't help that I am streaming and doing this on the same computer. Okay, a couple minutes left. So I'm gonna try and knock all these panels out here. On the other side, then we're probably gonna have to call it for this week. But I like this texture for this. I think this makes sense. That one. I don't want anything too crazy. I just want, if someone's looking, there to be something there. Not too heavy. Not too, ooh. That has that pencil texture. That's what that is. Sometimes it's just like layering everything up too. I kept those kind of scratch marks, and then I'm adding this on top of that. Because I think that will be good. Yeah, see, I think that really kind of does add to that. Then I'll have to figure out the tatami mats. I don't know if I have a weave texture or not. I might, but that color texture darker. Black. So even though it's really small, I think it still kind of pick up that little bit. That's almost kind of what I need for Tommy Mad. That might be the closest thing I've got. Scales and stuff. Oh, lightning. Mostly lace and frills. Okay, so that's under actually. All right, well, that. Yeah, that might work. Yeah, I think that actually does work pretty well. I don't know if I bump it up. Okay, it does make it bigger. I wish there was a not have it. Alright, I'm gonna try and I don't think I'm gonna be able to really do it. But did it like this? Maybe. Shouldn't put it at that angle. Is I can just grab it and get it vertically. Right here. That way I can follow that rather. I think that's a little bit. No, back that up. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish this real quick and then because I know it. Faster there, I think. Just a couple more, looks like. And I guess technically it could be a little larger as if I wanted it to. I don't think it could be. Alright, cool. Hey! Yeah, it's been a long time. Unfortunately, about to leave, but let's see. Just need to come in here real quick and oops. Oh no, I did that entirely wrong. Sweet. Okay, well, let's do this instead of erasing it. I hate when that happens. It's on the wrong layer. Anyway, hopefully you've been doing well. Everything's been pretty good here. At one point, did get laid off, but I found a new job, and it's going pretty well. So overall, not too bad. And honestly, the company that I was working for doesn't seem to be doing so great right now, so it's for the best. Okay. There we go. Knock this out real quick. Okay, almost. And then there's just one little one off that side, I think. And then I'm good to go. It is getting real warm in this room. Because I've had this computer running, and I think it's like 80. Feels like it. All right, there we go. Made a mistake, but it worked out. All right. So that is almost done, I would say. I think I want to add some glow to these again. So I'll probably finish that up next time, and we'll start something new. I don't know what yet, so figure that out. I think I wanted to do some like Pokemon fan art. Start with like the first 151 and kind of figure it out from there. But I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, that is it for today. My normal streaming day is Saturday, but I had a family event happening yesterday, so I jumped on today. So typically Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific, right here, wherever you're watching from. And if you want to check out progress on my stuff, right there on the screen at Zann20 on Instagram and Twitter there. I also let people know when I'm going live on there. Yeah, so I post the morning I'm going live, and it's right there. Anyway, yeah. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the stream. I had a good time, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific. Right here. Yeah. Oh, and if you miss a stream and you wanted to check out what you missed, my YouTube, Zann20 as well. All of my live streams are archived in the lives there. Yeah. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.